Hello. I have returned. Let's go to where we're meant to be. And then do what we need to do. So what do I think about your drawing? It looks very similar to your other drawing. I don't really know what to say. It looks like practice, I suppose, which is, I assume, what it is. So we've got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think that's about how many advanced quests I have left. Or advanced quest there is, I should say. I think there's some more, which I don't have in here yet. Some of these are really shitty, though. But here we go. Let's do it. We gotta do them all eventually, right? Like I said before, Hedgie, I'm not really a human art person. So I don't know. Anything. I don't look at a lot of people art. I mostly look at like Monster Hunter art. Or art from other stuff, like from Dragon's Dogma or Dark Souls or stuff like that. And it's usually monsters. Or it's doggos and stuff. So when it comes to people drawing, I'm like, they have legs, arms, chest, what looks to be a face. You got it. You nailed it. Well done. I can't really comment much more than that. You love that Calamete's a dragon that takes no extra lightning damage? Oh, really? Does it not? I didn't know that. I always just use slashing weapons. Its fire breath does magic damage and not fire, because that makes sense. That's about right for Dark Souls 1, yeah. Randomly does something that it shouldn't do. And there's no real visual indicator for it. Why not? DS1. I do not have my constitution yet. I still have focus, yes. It took too much when I blocked an attack. I need to switch back to that other set in a moment here. It'll make things a lot easier for me. And your art? Yeah, emote art as well, I suppose. GB people. It's actually like really weird to play this game in solo after having been in multiplayer for so long. I have both my cats with me. Like, that's wild. At this point, a truly novel concept. Wait, did I just iframe that? The hell? Can you iframe with shield assault? Or does it just not eat your stamina when it's blocking? I don't really remember much about Calamite. I think I've only killed him once. Good. I really haven't played the DS1 DLC enough. Considering it's meant to be one of the better bits of the game. And blocked. Nice. Pop a scroll. Pop this. It should flinch because it hit his head. Apparently not. I'm all good. He took too long to turn. It's kind of a standard hit Souls Dragon fight, except he has scuffed hitboxes. That sounds about right. It's DS1, so yeah. Scuffed hitboxes are just part of the game, really. It's like playing Freedom Unite, right? It's just scuffed hitboxes. It's part of the game. Although, honestly, after replaying Freedom Unite, the hitboxes are a lot better than I remember them being. They're still terrible. But they are a lot better. It's not weak to lightning, despite being a dragon to magic damage fresh attack. It's not weak to magic or fire either. So you basically, he just has like no weakness. You just have to kill him the normal way. I suppose he is there as an optional challenge, right? So that's kind of fair to an extent. There is essentially no reason to do him other than for the challenge. I'm dead. What? I should not have got away with that. Will you fuck off? It's like fighting Gen 2 T-Rex. It's just charging constantly. It's a beautiful lance. It's a very nice one, yeah. It's the Hyper Brachydios. The Raging Brachy Lance does look a little bit better, I think, but it's such a pain in the butt to actually obtain the Raging Brachy Lance that this one is a much more, like, reasonable option. And it still looks damn good. Don't even get a special soul, just his tail weapon. What even are hyper monsters? In terms of, like, gameplay, I can tell you what they are in terms of gameplay. In terms of lore, it's GU, it doesn't have any. They are monsters that have glowing spots on them that when you attack build up your arts quicker. And said glowing spots are particularly empowered, so the attacks do way more damage, right? And they tend to have like weird delay on the attacks and stuff. And they give different material rewards, but not from carves, only in quest rewards. And the worst bit about them is that for some reason, they don't tire. The stamina mechanic that was introduced in 3rd gen just doesn't apply to them. They don't have that. They're either angry or they're normal, like 2nd gen. A bit like special investigation. Is that what it is in Rise, Ramhard? This Tiggy is not hyper. The 300 levels, yeah. That's appropriate to what they're like. If you have weakness to the element they're using and they do a hyper-infused element attack, it will one-shot you. You are dead. That's how hyper monsters work. You're just done. Yeah, the anomalies and I guess the special investigations through the fact that they're the same. They basically just combine every mechanic that has existed, like endgame mechanics, since 4th gen. They take the fact that hyper monsters and tempered monsters are slightly a different color and have increased speed and power, and give that to them. And then they also take the hyper monster, or sorry, the frenzied monsters are a different color, is what I wanted to say. Then they take the hyper monsters, like weird spot mechanic, and instead of making it charge your arts quicker, they combine it with the fact that you can knock frenzy monsters out of their frenzy status. And then they just mash all of those mechanics into one mechanic and are just like, it's new! Also, the fact that guild quests level up. So they even copy-pasted the guild quests from 4U. The only thing about the anomaly monsters that's, like, new and interesting is the curio, basically. That's it. And that's just, you know, different delivery method. And blood blight. Which I actually quite like as a mechanic, personally. Quite like when anomaly monsters, fun challenge, and Risen's get involved. I never got to fight any of the Risen monsters because they locked them behind Hunter rank. The only one I ever fought was Risen Cammy. And I found him easier than regular Cammy. And a new thing about some dumb explosion when you fail the DPS check? True. I completely forgot they had that. Because it's essentially non-existent at lower levels. Get them before the master rank requirement if you're AR 101. Why would I do that though? Right? I don't enjoy the game enough to get my master rank to 120. I'm not going to get my anomaly rank to 100 plus. Oh? Lydia? Got over AR 100 but still had to unlock TO through master rank? I think he can just show up on quests, right? At that point? You can just get anomaly quests for him. real grind is where they give you 400% AR progression, yeah. Even then, I don't enjoy the game. Inferior Malzeno came out, and then I uninstalled it once I fought him. You got to 100 when they buffed the experience, so you didn't play after that? What, like it just bumped you up to 100, or you actually played to get there? You played to get there, and then after they buffed it, you were miffed? Yeah. Because it kind of feels like you basically wasted your time, right? Really sucks for a lot of people who spent a lot of time grinding before they did that. At the moment you're just doing the event quests which give layered stuff, you're not touching the anomalies. It's fair. I'd honestly say it's probably the better idea. Since I don't necessarily, like, you're not really playing the game for the challenge, are you? So. Why don't I like Rise? Combat doesn't feel nice. In Rise. It's not Monster Hunter. For me. It feels like Bayonetta or Devil May Cry or some other Platinum game. It doesn't feel like I'm playing Monster Hunter. And I want to play Monster Hunter. I don't want to play DMC or Bayonetta, or I'd play them, right? I also, like, this is more of a personal thing than I think what is, like, kind of objective. That it just doesn't feel like a typical Monster Hunter game. I think that's an actual, like, objective truth. I feel like so many of the mechanics in that game are just unfinished. Wire bug and switch skills don't really ever feel like they were fully implemented properly for me. It feels like they just took the Hunter Art system from this game and went copy, paste, change one or two things, and then it's not plagiarism. Not that you can plagiarize your own work. The wire bugs are just like, I don't know why they exist. Not as a traversal method, that's really good. I don't know why the wire bugs exist as a reason for your special moves. Basically. It just doesn't make sense. Because then you actively remove your own mobility to do more damage all the time. And, like, come on, it's Monster Hunter. Have you seen people who play Monster Hunter? They won't even put earplugs in their set if they could put Wex in there. They won't even put earplugs in their set if they could put Crit Eye 1. Like... So it's just spam damage. Don't worry about your wire fall or any of that stuff. Just spam damage. Yeah, it's just lots of small issues. And then also doesn't feel like monster. Great example I can give that is extremely relevant, right? I'm playing for you at the moment. And I have been in low rank for 20 hours. I think at this point. And I'm still having fun. I'm grinding the same monsters over and over again, and I'm still having fun. In Rise, by the time I finished HR2, I was bored out of my mind. Definitely prefer the combat from older games, that's for sure. You started in World. I like the combat in World. The combat in World is, for me, as far as it should, like, ever go. It's the perfect amount of, this is just enough. We shouldn't go any further. Or we're gonna lose it. Right? So I actually really enjoy World. But yeah, free you, for you. The combat in them just, it clicks in a different way for me. A little bit more deliberate, a little bit more purposeful. Less just like this on my controller. I have the same problem with GU. Honestly, of the older Monster Hunter games, GU just, it doesn't feel right. It's too gimmicky. The deviant system, the shitloads of quests, the hunter arts, the fact that everything upgrades in the worst conceivable way possible. In the blacksmith. Armor in the smithy as well. The fact that you have to talk to everyone all over the place constantly for tickets that you will never use because they don't do anything fucking useful. Also an issue with Rise, by the way. It's just odd. Portable Team has a weird obsession with tickets. I don't know why, by the way. Something I noticed at some point, it kind of just went, why did they do this? Armor doesn't need anything but armor spheres to upgrade in every game with GU. Yeah, and Dose, technically. Yeah, GU is really weird in that regard. And kind of does the same thing. Like, monsters are weirdly quicker in this game. If you compare basically any third-gen monster from this game to a third-gen monster to third-gen, like from 3U specifically, you'll notice they are weirdly faster in this game. Same thing with Portable Third as well, compared to 3U. Monsters are just quicker. For some reason. I'll fight Tio later on, actually, and I can show that really, really on brand with Tio. I'll do him after this quest. Tio's the best example. His supernova in this game is genuinely like 2 or 3 times as quick. And it is in 4U, a game in the same generation. 5 mantles to fully upgrade that set, yeah. I mean, I kind of get it, in a way, because it's meant to be a grind fest, right? And the thing is, the grind fest worked when it was just high rank. Because, yeah, I've said it a million times. I'm convinced GU was never meant to exist. You chucked a whole bunch of quests in there, you put all of the event quests in, you have these like really grindy systems to drag out the length of a high rank game to be the length of a G rank game, which it did for me. I played base generation for 400 hours, so it's the full length of a G rank game, right? And then you release an expansion. And you make it just as grindy. It's a hell of a choice. The 5 mantles is questionable, though. I will completely agree with that one. 5 mantles? I would have been fine with it if the G rank upgrade took 5 gems. Because they drop pretty commonly, right? Or like, you know, what, medullas or whatever, or plates or whatever you want to call them, depending on what they are for what creature. Those drop pretty commonly from the G rank quests most of the time. And you also probably just have some left over from doing high rank anyway. But Nagakuga's definitely one of the armors, because I remember. Nagakuga armor, you need 5 mantles if you want to max it out. Hell, I think you need 2 mantles if you want to build it. So you need 7 mantles if you want to max it out. It's just like, what? Some sensitive armor. Some are nicer and only ask for gems, yeah. I bet those aren't the really good armor pieces though, right? Like the Silver Rathalos. The Atulkar. The Barioth, the Nagakuga. Barioth doesn't have a gem, but those are late game monsters. It's like your bog standard Rathian. It's like, oh yeah, you can just build out a gem, don't worry about it. Demon weapons need 2 mantles for their final upgrade, good lord. A bit more understandable. A little bit, yeah. But also, like, come on. I already had to do 15 quests to get here, potentially. Do you really need to make me get 2 mantles as well? Four mantles if you were building 2 different weapons of the same type. Just because you get 2 tickets, right? So you're like, ah, fuck it, I'll build the sword and shield and the dual blades. Not using Dread King for anything else. The upside of that, the one upside, due to the amount of crap there is in this game, quests, grinding, generally equipment, time spent needing to build it, if you play online whatsoever, you're gonna have cosmic tickets. You're gonna have the cosmic tickets to forge some mantles. So as long as the monsters have forgeable mantles, you'll be fine. Which unfortunately not all of them do, right? Nargacuga, for example. I don't think you can forge his mantle in this game. Forge, trade for, with the Veggie Elder. You've used tickets every time you need to make Sudoku Raplos. It's just a good decision. It's just the smart thing to do. I haven't needed to get any tickets for any of my weapons that I've got in this rank. I haven't needed to use any tickets. I think I had to use some in high rank. For Dread Queen Lance. No, I didn't. I got shitloads of Rathian gems. I don't think I ever used any. I got tons of them. Tons of them. Hey, how you, Bagel? How you, Dylan? Good to see you. How did your Shara percent go? You're rerouting. I have caught wind that you were doing that. Vibin' and blobbing? Hell yeah. That's the way to go. It's going. You think you have a base there? You just need to polish it up. What's the issue with it? Because I think I saw one of the stream titles at some point which implied that you were having some issues. I think with weapon choice? Chrome Razor? I think I saw. Don't know if that's just my own brain replacing what I saw today as a 4U weapons. Master rank is hard, farming Chrome Sword and Shield is RNG. Oh, okay. And it's too slow to use the defender weapon for that long of a time. All the way to the end, presumably. Benefits off of Bracky, which is about the halfway point. So yeah, there's a lot where it sucks. And you can't wield a Bracky weapon, because that relies way too heavily on RNG rewards. Yeah, that's a bummer. And Sword and Shield, I assume, is just definitively the way to go because of Perfect Rush as well. Not necessarily. Oh, really? Is that because of... No, tenderizing's even good there. It has a tenderizing move. Using it because it's what you've done fastest with. Fair enough. Speaking of wet noodle, cheers, I don't know. Hi, my dear. How you doing? After you get back into runs, we'll try other weapons again, see what works best, yeah. I imagine most of them have kind of the same material requirements if you're going down the metal path, right? They'll all be basically the same for the metal path. There'll be some slight variation, I imagine. They're identical. Oh, cool. So, yeah, as soon as you've decided, then that makes that easy. Has it at least been nicer since it started raining, my dear? All the world's weapons have the same answer crafting across each map. Oh. It's master rank. It's hard to remember. Now it's just wet. Oh, wonderful. At least you'll be on your way home soon. Last night's Shara took you 23 minutes. Yeah, that's not necessarily speed incarnate. What was your final time? Oh no, you weren't doing a full run, were you? You were just testing different points as you went throughout. What's your PB in it? Sub 8. You had a fire drill, thankfully, before it started pouring down. Yeah, that would have sucked. Already uncomfortable, then have to go stand out in the rain. That would have really blowed. Like to beat that before starting Fatalis % prep. Bagel, no! Oh. Bagel, no. You promised it too many times. Just say you're a liar. You haven't... Bagel, what are you doing to the rest of us, man? Oh. So basically, I lied. Yeah, see, easy. It's possible you want to do it. Fair enough. Ugh. Shrieking because fuck laggy. Yep. That's completely fair. Right, let me show you this sack of shit in this game. You shall see how much quicker he is. Everything else is fine, just takes a long time. How... 30%? How do you kill Fatalis? With a metal weapon? Or do you get an Alatreon weapon? Because that would be way slow. Stygian Zanoga. Good dragon damage, I suppose. Pretty decent sharpness. Does it need a rare drop? They're super cheap. That's good. Most of them can be farmed with wallbangs. Oh, okay. That's blissful then. He's in the area beneath this one. Wallbangs. If you need any of this stuff, you can get it off his back whenever he's fallen over. Tail cut. Horn break, probably all of it, right? And then, yeah, wallbang him in the arena. And if you abandon that quest, or return, you'll always have that quest available because you've never completed it, right? Because that quest stays in the menu until you've done it once. As with all of the special arenas. So that's actually really abusable, yeah. Then the issue becomes, how many wallbangs does it take? And that gets really annoying. But hey, the run's so long that that kind of micro-optimization isn't necessarily relevant, right? Sticking out the run for 8 hours to do shower percent in the first place is long enough. It's unlikely you need to worry about the hyper micro optimizations. 32 mats, so it's a 50-50. Yeah, so it's a 0%, right? Boy GUTO, yeah. I wanted to show how ludicrously fast he is in this game with certain things compared to 4U. Silverwind Swax, your beloved. This is actually just the normal Nagakuga Swax. Cringe. Doing deviants is what's actually cringe. Deviants existing in the first place. That's why I haven't done them. Higher rank Naga and Gen, then GU came out, you're like, you're good? Yeah. That's what I did as well. Farmed the entire Nagakuga armor set. Ooh, 10 levels of it. And then they were like, hey, GU exists. There's another 5 levels. He changes the area so much in this game. Couldn't solo 10? I could. It took me like 40 minutes every time I did it, but I could. Finally get to heal. Right. Anyone who doesn't understand what I mean with creatures are weirdly faster in this game than they are in any other Monster Hunter game, watch carefully for when there's TO supernovas. Like, ignore all of the shit he's done so far. Just watch his supernova. Because there's no way I'm stopping him from doing it. It is disgustingly quick. Enjoy, Lugia. Have a good one. If I can, I'm going to try and catch him before he does it and pause. Jesus. I don't feel like I can attack him. That's his supernova. That entire animation is his supernova. That will basically one-shot you. Now, if I go to YouTube here, MH4U TO140. Does this guy let him supernova? Probably not, because it's TDS and they're speedrunners. Can I have a quest that's actually like a normal amount of time? Not done by someone who's ungodly good at the game? Oh, look, this person's on Citra. I really want to see if I can find this. Does he supernova before he leaves this area? In this quest? No, but he's still in mode. Turns out it's really hard to scan a video for a supernova attack. Fun fact! How long is this boy gonna stay in super mode for? You're meant to do it after like 2 minutes or something, aren't you? He's gonna knock him out. One of the cards. I don't think I'm gonna find this. God damn it, never mind. Anyway, just take my word for it. It's genuinely twice as quick as a 140 Teostra for you. The hardest possible quest. He Nova's about twice as quick. I really wanted to try and find that in a video, but I thought it would be a quick little scan and not impossible to find. But it turns out all the videos, when you type 140 TO, are speedruns. Because who the fuck else does it? And those guys head flinch the shit out of him, which means you knock him out of blast mode. Find the exact level 140 and not being a speedrun, yeah. I mean, I found a video that wasn't a speedrun, it just... He managed to head flinch him when he was about to do it. Anyway, back to more interesting stuff. How is your normal Xeno percent going, or have you hung up the hat sort of temporarily? Since you're working on Shara percent, I didn't know if you'd reached the threshold you set for yourself, and that's why you were on Shara, or if you temporarily had enough, shall we put it in those terms. As often happens with speedrunning. Still 131. 131? Damn, man! Saved an hour. A 231. You're using Shara to get back into it. Ah! It's the old trick. You start with a really long run, and then the small run feels like it's really pleasurable to do, even though it's still painful. Because it takes a lot less time. Start one unoptimized, then work back in. Right. That makes sense. Oh, I really need to get back to it as well. I want to get me sub 250. Get demoralized, you're losing runs to dumb shit. Now, obviously, you won record. Isn't that gonna be, like, incredibly difficult, though? Like, green is ludicrous. Breaking records before, like, people have even had time to register them on speedrun.com. But Moss beat green by, like, a minute, right? Am I doing every quest? Not every quest, technically, no. I'm not doing deviants because I was born with a brain. And I'm not doing event quests because I don't see the point. Other than those, yeah. Maybe like 20 or 30 seconds. It's just crazy. With Sword and Shield only as well, right? Which in theory is slower for the first start of the game. I don't know if that's maybe not true anymore. Switch X and Sword and Shield still? Really? The run on speedrun.com is on there as Sword and Shield only. Unless my brain just scuffed that entirely. Sword and Shield's even faster or breaks even? Oh, okay, cool. I thought you did it with Sword and Shield only. I was like, holy shit. You didn't verify it? Yeah, green probably did, right? The only runs that haven't been verified are green's runs because green can't verify his own runs. It's the only way. I wish I had his enthusiasm, man. I don't know how he has so much enthusiasm towards that game. You'll do it eventually. I don't blame you, man. Like, you go to verify a green run, you spend, you know, 3 hours watching the VOD. 6 hours later, he breaks his record by 10 seconds. You verify that VOD, 10 hours later, he's broken his record by like 2 seconds again. He doesn't stop. When does he sleep? Shit was happening every week, yeah. Don't need to submit every PB. You only submit when you stop trying. I have submitted all of mine personally, so I haven't had many, but I have submitted all of them. Actually, that's not true. I didn't submit my 4-hour run. Because I wasn't particularly happy with that one. It was my very first run I'd ever done. It felt a bit weird to submit it, right? When I intended to try and get down to be the fastest with dual blades, it didn't really make a lot of sense to submit a run that was 4 hours and 40 minutes. When the dual blade record is like, was 3 hours 10. to choose to not verify them. Yeah. He'll be fine. I can't even imagine the sheer amount of desire and intensity that Green is now running the world with to try and get the record back. I'd be surprised if the guy's breathing. You don't think he's pushing for it? Really? What? Hasn't played in months. Wild. He's having a break. That's good. I'm actually really happy about that. Sometimes the goal isn't world record. It's just self-improvement. Right? Or a time barrier. Time barriers are so tasty. He hit his goal. And it could be faster, but only theoretically. Oh. Now it's down to track RNG and monster AI, and that kind of sucks a little bit at that point, right? It's gonna be really rough to learn all the stuff that you guys have come up with while I haven't played it for ages. How's that fire resistance looking? I think it's minus 25. Gotta relearn so much, yeah. I gotta relearn how to do my own freaking trap. How depressing is that, man? Oh, it's only minus 15. Look at that. It's not that bad. You have genuinely no idea how many times I've done that, Bagel. I don't even mention it anymore because I'm just like, I'm gonna screw it up. I'm gonna do it wrong. Get the positioning fast. It's hard, yeah. I mean, I did it by pure accident. Once again, hilarious. So, is this village Teostra? This is, yeah, village G rank TO. You know the spot, doing it while moving, not stopping to look is kind of hard. Yup. At least the Paolumu thing's easy to do. You just press R2. Or circle? No, you press R2. Yeah. It's my favorite quote of myself of all times. Sometimes you just need an idiot to come along and get it right. I am that idiot. Jump off the cliff by accident. I spawned as you broke, sitting there like, why isn't he tenderizing? Thankfully, that mechanic's not here. Fucking hell. I'm gonna lose this quest. And I've actually got G rank, yeah. I hate Tio. I don't hate Tio, I just hate advanced quests. I didn't even bring extra stuff for this. Did I bring combinable healing? I did bring Megas, good. So I can deal with that at least. Yeah, I've been, I think you might have noticed, you may have come along, you know because I've typed it in the Discord server, right? But I've been doing laggy percent recently with longsword, unfortunately. But every time I finish a run of laggy percent, I'm like, man, I should do Xeno percent. I'm just, like, every time I'm pulled back to it. Do Magna percent? It's actually fun, very fast. I have been informed other things by other people. It's fast. Yes. Fun? I've heard the RNG is soul crushing. To the point where it's like RNG monster spawns. Or something. Also, I uninstalled the game. So I can't. I uninstalled Rise the second I finished the last update. Go for world record, but like something to learn and try. I might do it in a few years' time, maybe. When I don't have the overwhelmedness from Rise, right? Hey, Luna. Welcome. Good to have you. This just does not end. It's the great thing, 90%'s the best part of the game. It is only like an hour long, right? The world record might be an hour long. It's only like 2 hours long. Or so. Or it's 58 minutes, you got a 1-0x. Is it Julie's runs? Has anyone done Julie's? I might have to take it. I do want the Julie's record for a relatively short-ish category, if I can, in every game from 3U onwards. One that doesn't take 8 hours, Shara%. Looking at you. What's that a wild hog and a frog? What do you need for that one? Yeah. I just don't know how you unlock it. It's 12 minutes long! 12 minutes? You do, like, the Jagras quest? And that's it? Yup. I suppose you got the time go back to base. That's why that's 12 minutes long. I was going to say the Jagger's quest doesn't take that long. Jagger's split can be done at 10 minutes, right? I've done that. Or Julie's, even. Alright, let's hope this works. I don't lose this, because it's going to be really annoying if I lose it at this point. Still, no. I need a break from that game, man. I need a break from that game for, like, the next year of my life. It's too much. So, yes. $5 years? What, Rise? What do you mean World? I meant Rise. I didn't clarify. World? Oh no, World I can play. But World I really need to do 0%. I need to do 0% in World. Or Hog and a Frog. But I need to do 0%. The time. Bagel, the time. It's bothering me so much. Is there a leaderboard for Hog and a Frog? Yes? Is it on speedrun.com? It's in World Extended. Oh, so it's not in Iceborne? Well, I suppose Iceborne doesn't play any part in that, right? It's irrelevant. Like 6 people run on it? Amazing. I have to look at that after this. Why do you tempt me like this, demon? I'm susceptible to speedruns. It's not fair. Especially with the cutscene skip, yes. Oh, that would be unbearable with cutscene skip. A 40-minute speedrun of which, like, 5 minutes is playing the game. Had 10 people run it, it was a 25-minute category. That's terrible. And I love it. 4 people, man. You guys who ran before cutscene skip existed built a different shit, though. Honestly. It's ludicrous. That's Supernova. It's not even limping. Speedrun, Iceborne, speedrun. What's in that series? How do you see the extra stuff? I can only see the main categories. Or am I don't understand how this website works? Mentally ill. That's one way of putting it. Wait, his head's broken, so he should be relatively low health, right? Actually? That's like a 20%? 25%? He should be getting there. Kitty cat. There we go. Oh. You can't find it either. Oh no. Whoops. God. Oh. You know what I can harass you about? I mean, kindly ask you in a very polite manner. How's it going for emulator? I don't even mean for laggy percent, I just mean in general. Because I know that was a thing for CDs as well. Or just like all of the 3U and 4U categories. There's a load to go into it, right? Y'all need to give more info on it. Really on you to make a case to me? Oh, I didn't realize we had to do stuff. I know Dustin was doing a whole bunch of things, like comparing load times and all of this shenaniganry. Also, fuck, this thing is dead, by the way. Well, the people testing, making parameters, the more info you have. Right. Fair enough. Because, yeah, me and Dustin talked about specifically laggy percent and changing the bits in that, basically, just to make it easier for more people to get into. In terms of, like, removing DLC and all that stuff. Because that was proving to be an issue for a few people, so it was like, no DLC! Shoo! Now it's easier. Base and a proof of concept, we consider it. Cool. I will grab Dustin, then. I like to know how it works. Because then I can be less annoying next time when I try and come up with the next category that I've got in mind. And I can actually make a good case straight away. Instead of being like, I don't know how this works, please help. It's just like, ugh. And then poor Dustin ends up doing all the work, apparently. Look, I want to make the same way I did gore percent. I want to see if people are interested in gore percent. Sorry, laggy percent. In a gore percent instead of Shiguru. For you. I personally find it a lot easier to convince myself into doing something when it's an hour and a half less time. So, laggy percent was really good for that. And it's also a lot easier when it's kind of just like, pick up the weapon and kill the monster. For me, instead of trying to learn the stuff for Worlds was so difficult for me, man. I genuinely spent more time trying to learn what do you call it? Picking up all of the parashrooms and the sleep herbs in the Baroth quest than I did most other stuff in the entirety of freaking Xeno%. I don't know why, it was just so difficult. Now I can, like, I have that shit memorized forever. It will never leave me. A unique rule set, but simple, that separates it from other existing stuff. So, hopefully, acceptable. Ends on a different monster. Disallows use of traps and bombs and all of that stuff. Still allows all weapons. Accessible ways to verify and moderate the rule set. That one I didn't know about. And then the 3 people I didn't know about, but I was told about the other day. Okay. Man, that verify and moderate one's kind of a pain in the ass, huh? You can't make categories of rules that you can't enforce, yeah. Yeah, sort of like if it's on emulator being like, they can't use an Xbox controller. How the fuck do we check that? Everyone who wants to do this speedrun now needs a hand cam. Any of that stuff needs to be standardized. Hey, hello. I didn't hear you. Yeah. Now you're here, you can actually probably regulate the back door and the temperature a little bit more. Because I had to close it because it was raining, because I can't run over there every 5 seconds. Or Dad closed it. Everyone needs to use Semu, for example. That needs to be checked. Yeah. Or Citra, in this case, right? Since that seems to be the one that we've potentially gone with, I think. Which with Citra is fairly easy to check on, actually. Because it's split screen. Although I suppose the Wii U split screen as well, right? For Semu? That can be reconfigured, yeah. You can have it in side-by-side, big screen, small screen. Is there a full... Yeah, there is a one which you can just only have top screen. That's icky, though. Can we tell those people to go away on the fact that they're icky? Use Citra on Steam Deck in focused? Oh, I imagine on the Stream Deck you have, like, no space to have that tiny little screen, actually. Steam Deck, not Stream Deck. You can't be icky. That's my favorite ruling. Not viable to abuse at all. Not terrible having big and small, but sometimes having one is nicer. Fair enough. I've always had it in big and small, so I'm just so accustomed to it at this point. I actually had to mess with the DS emulator as well. Because it doesn't... Whatever the hell it's called. Debu me. It doesn't come with like big and small, I don't think, as an option. It's just like, they're there. They can go side by side or above each other. I don't like it. I got so used to it being good. Don't fuck me, Kushala. I can power through at this point. Good. Pop this in. I still got away with the charge, so that's worth it, I'd say. Alright, do you want to do another one of those? Like right over here-ish? Actually, you still got tail up. You're not in blowy mode at the moment, so I won't flash bomb. I understand now why it being semi-Wasitra is a little bit more difficult. But cool. How do you verify that then? I guess you could just do like a full screen capture for a moment to show that you're playing it on Citra. It doesn't necessarily like full screen properly unless you tell it to, right? So it's a little bit finagly, but like right at the start, you could always just open it up, show what version you're on, and then close it, and then go into just screen view. Seems completely reasonable. That's why you leave it up to us guys to figure it out. That makes sense. It's a shame a lot of that missed, but hey, I hit the head with the end. Just theorizing out loud. Anyway, I'm sorry if I end up harassing more people, including you, with gore percent in the future. Need to lurk and work. Have a good one, Bagel. I hope it goes well. Enjoy yourself. And yeah, the grind. I hope it's over sooner rather than later. Honestly. Less than 100 quests. Just keep telling yourself, dude. Less than 100 quests. Wait. Come on. Get out of the way. Oh, I need to check, actually, the Rise one to see if anyone's done it with dual blades. Let's open that up. Right, this is a flash bomb because it's got wind up. And I don't want to deal with that, to be honest. Hitting the tail when it doesn't have wind up's fine, but when it's got the wind up, it just becomes really annoying while it's flying. It should fly back this way, yeah. Did it go into the cave? For some strange reason? You in here? No. Huh? Why'd you go over there? Oh man, okay. There is 3 runs. One by Bagel, one by Will Rowling, live, and one by Rambulan. All for Julies. Pretty far apart from each other. 116, then a 152, then a 206. Cool. Guess that's something I'll have to potentially dip my toes into in the future at some point. Every time one of these damn speedrunners shows up, end up wanting to do a whole bunch more stuff, man. Oh, don't do that to me. Will you just have a head flinch already so your black wind goes away? Please. I've been whacking away for ages here. Because that's what I don't want to deal with. That didn't hit. It's too far away. Oh, good job. Kitty cat. Baby? No. That insta-jump straight out of being knocked down there, by the way. What's that about? Right, I'm out of traps now. I'm out of flash bombs, sorry. I was hoping I might have got at least the tail break by the time that happened, but apparently that was not ordained to be. God, Kushala. Never landing. I also brag a poison weapon specifically because I wanted to stop the wind in this fight. But fat how good that did. I suppose it did a little bit early on, but that was it. I think that is in the cave? Yeah. The one up here. Well, I was gonna pop this when I got to the top of that ledge, but apparently that's where the transition is. I forgot about that one. Go. Never mind. We're back to Misery Land again. I should have brought 15 flash bombs for this quest. What on earth was I thinking? Can't hit his head. What? Just wind pressured me? Was it that wind blast? Because if so, there's some shenanigans going on there. I don't like popping that max, but I thought I was going to die there. And it doesn't necessarily seem it's going to be as much of an issue with this quest as it was with TO. Kind of hard to die when the monster's unattackable for most of the quest. So you can't do any damage. Oh! There we go. Finally knocked him out of the winds. And he nearly immediately went back into it. Although this isn't World, so I don't know if he can actually do that in this game. That somehow still counted as hitting the head after that long of a delay. Head's obviously not broken. I wouldn't expect it to be with how much I've hit him on this quest so far, but... man, just... nothing is happening here. Oh, okay, never mind. There's the head. And a poison. Closer than I thought, obviously. I really thought I was still a while away from that. Must have done a lot of damage with the flashies. Maybe we will sneak all three of the trio in here. Also gonna be something I'm focusing on in multiplayer today. Is trying to get the trio done. Chameleos, Cammy, and Kushala. Because they, I believe... oh, and Valstrax. I believe all of them have cycling quests. So unless you catch them at the right time... you might get into a situation where you're just constantly doing the same quest for them over and over again, and that's incredibly annoying. For the sake of getting that gold tick mark. So while I'm thinking about it and while I'm aware of it, I'm going to get those guys all done and all of their various quests completed. I believe there's 2 each for Cammy, Tio, and Kushala. And then, for some reason, there's 4 of them, the Valstrax, of which I've now done 2. And then after that point, I think I've got another Capture Diablos quest to do, if I ever get in a situation where like all of those are done. Get that one done, finish out the last of the capture quests with that, I think. And then all we'll need to focus on is glorious murder of anything that's not already been murdered. And eventually the quest will be whittled down to nothing. More appropriately, eventually the quest will be whittled down to hyperquests, so then I'll go insane. That's what's actually gonna happen. I'll lose my goddamn mind. I have to fight a Devil Joe that's got as much health as a Fatalis does. And hits harder. Thankfully, I only need to do it once. And honestly, who knows? The amount of people who build that armor set in G rank in this game. We might have someone who joins and wants to build the armor, and then I'll just magically get the quest done through someone else's mission anyway. Weirder stuff's happened. Thankfully, Kashala doesn't appear to have gone back to sleep, so I haven't wasted any time in that regard there. In the sense that it's healing. Oh, please don't fly to a different area while I can't see you and I'm out of Psycho Serum. That could make this really annoying. That could make this really annoying. Just go back to sleep. Good. Didn't even go back to sleep. But I don't have to worry about the 3 points of healing it would have got. I died when it was 3 hits away from death. God damn it, man. That's good, though. Based on the time, we'll go into multi to get a little bit more multi-time in, though. Because if I try and do a cami at this point, it's going to be like... It's not going to take 17 minutes, right? Chameleos is going to take a solid 20, if not 25. Even with my fire switch axe, it's just annoying. Basically. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 quests. In village, for the advanced ones that need to be done. How many did we get done? The cats are still leveling up. Jesus. How many did we get done? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't quite have all of them then, by the looks of things. Or do I? I might just not be able to count. Ah, no, there's one. So you do these two and then you unlock one to fight both of them. There's not a overly bad amount left before we're free. We can just do multi. Probably take Bit of next week and a bit of the week after, if I had to guess. We'll be done. All of the villages. All of the quests. When will you add a meow redeem? I won't. Simple answer. Why question marks? For a sec. Why question marks? Right, let's get this lobby chucked up. Why not? Because I'd have people who spam it. And I don't want my whole stream to be me just saying the word meow. To... I don't know, help get someone off over imagining I'm a cat or something. I'm good. I've been on Twitch long enough, man. It's only been a year and a half. I've been on Twitch long enough to know that that's just gonna invite unwarranted trouble. Or unwarranted attention is what I should say. That should be a 6, not an 8. 534982 2476 4434. Submit. Hey, Unreal. And thank you for joining, Dawn. I will return your point to you. The queue is there for anyone who wants to join. There is now no longer a gear requirement. If you want to join, you can just join. Use your stuff. Yeah, at the end, so... The only thing that is not allowed is Valor Heavy Bowgun, because I'd actually like to see the monster we're fighting instead of just seeing loads of bullets going like this in front of my screen and then getting a quest complete pop up. So we did the... Let me just check this. Let me make sure that I am correct here. Hub. G4. There is 2 Chameleos class. One of them is in the Verdant Hills, which we did yesterday with Dawn. One of them is in the Ruined Pinnacle, which is this one. There is also 2 TO and 2 Kashala. So if we do this now, we don't have to worry about it anymore. Password? It's in the thingy. 4563. I got so used to putting it in that I don't remember what it is anymore. I just press the buttons real quick. So yeah, we want these 3 suckers done, and we want our strikes done. And then we're going to get the Chameleos quest done. The Diablos capture quest. So that we don't have any capture quests to do. Then we'll do villager requests to the point where we hopefully complete all of those. Since there's only, you know, one page left at this point. Essentially, one page and a bit. Complete all those villager requests, which means we'll have the correct amount of quests left. G4-star open lobby multiplayer switch. Update that title. Up you go. Get out of there. Found a method that only takes like 1 to 2 minutes. Usually get 1 to 2 shards from it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hopefully you'll get it quick. What weapon is this? The Dragonfire Axe? Jesus. It looks like Nawa's weapon. Almost. Ow? Huh. Okay. Fair enough. Oh yeah, I got rid of all my stuff. Oh, where is Cammy on this map? In the cave? I don't know where that is. Yeah, that way and then into the cave. It's a power vial. Nice. Power vial is the thing that's good in this game, right? It's the strong one. It feels so weird not knowing where monsters spawn. Yep, cool. Thanks for joining, by the way, Just Us. Good to have you in on some quests. Oh, he got enraged. Okay. Good. I didn't walk into that poison good. I thought that's what did damage to me for a moment there. Me stupidly walking into the damage. Safe. See, that one went on for a little bit longer again. He seems to be able to change how long he does them for. Maybe depending on who he's targeting and where they're moving around him. He's stealing antidotes. He's wisened up. Hey, hi base. Lobby has an open slot at the moment, so just jump on in. You'll be happy to know that this is the last Chameleos quest I will need to do. So I will never post another Chameleos in this game. And before we fail, I hope not. We all take a triple cart to Chameleos. That'll be the day. It's not even that difficult. He's got one move that does way too much damage, and that's it. That's the whole fight. I suppose it's technically 2 moves. This is when he enrages, and then whenever he does some weird thing to do with his enrage as well. They give you your point back as well, mace. How many quests is it going to be? If we get, like, optimal luck... Optimal luck. Speedrunning too much. If we get really lucky, it's going to be 6 more quests. And we're done with all the elders and the rotationings. My apologies. How? That attack does 90% of your health for some reason, Dawn. I don't know why. I'm dead. Oh, I actually got away. It's one of the 2 attacks he has that just do way too much damage for no reason. It's his enrage, and then he has an attack he only does when he's enraged. Where he basically just spews his poison cloud all over the place. You saved me. Thank you. The glory of multiplayer. Well, I thought I was about to get hit by the enraged attack. Gonna heal because I got slapped twice. Yeah, this shit, where he basically does like that attack, but he actually keeps going with it. Nope. Sweet. Can you stop? You are capable of doing other things. I should heal on this health, honestly. Just no guarantee I won't just die on from an attack or from a 2-hit combo. Unless I'm full. What's the command? See all the challenge runs? Runs. Exclamation mark runs. Thanks, you're welcome. I kept it nice and simple with that one because I didn't want to forget it. But I knew I would. Well, you have an idea, are you, Chisel? Head break. Very nice. That's a fake out. Technically, it's not a fake out. You can actually get a stab in there, but he's a sneaky boy. Doesn't think it yet. We actually got the tail cut. Nice. Freaking Chameleon's tail. It's such a pain in the ass to get. Good stuff. Well, I don't think we have to worry about failing anymore. Let you wake him. Of course. You have Big Sword. Big Sword does big wake. He's not asleep. I guess he doesn't sleep in this area? That really surprised me. It's like, yeah, you can kill him, but just run in there and get ready. Nope. Might have gone in too quick, maybe. Not happy with a challenge run you pitched anymore? Best you're not happy with a part of it. The freedom you run, but you need to have 1 million guild points done. Can you delete the 1 million guild points? It would only stretch the challenge unnecessarily long. Yep, of course I can. I can do that for you, Chisel. Let me go and edit that right now. Frenemy Knights. Greatsword only beat the guild. Mixed sets for 2 sets per rank. Max 2 of the same monster per set. Dawn, if there is any quests you want to post, go ahead. Yeah, no worries at all, Chisel. I'm not going to complain about that. Makes it easier and more convenient for me. Well, I need to do it. If we can get the sub, that'd be nice. What's the sub? Hornbreak, I assume? It's basically the only thing it could be. Or mounts. The tail as well? Oh god, that's gonna be difficult. I'll try and help. That's a toughie though. Fire attack +2, sharpness +1. What, on your set? Oh, specifically for a glamorous weapon? That's kind of cool. Pitch to 1 million to make you play it for as long as possible without overstepping it. It was right in the Unite hype, now you view it again, it's just not fun. Fair enough. Farming gale points for the sake of it. Yeah, it's basically just going to be doing quests for the sake of doing quests, right? Or it would turn into this, like, really weird situation where it would be, this is the quickest quest we can do, it's the most efficient one, we're going to spam it. If not, no big deal. Cool. That would take a long time. Although you even said at the time, if I recall, Chisel, you were like, if you need to change that, change it, right? If it takes way too long, just make it not that long. So even in the middle of World Hype, you knew, or Freedom Unite Hype, you knew that that would potentially be unreasonable. Only gear from winged monsters. Even if you had to farm 100k just for the sake of it, it wouldn't be fun for you or us. 100k I'd definitely get, yeah, but I get what you mean. Farming guild points just to get guild points isn't an enjoyable idea, right? It's essentially like farming hunter rank. In fact, it is farming hunter rank, because that's what guild points are. Yep, it's all done now. It's changed, so no need to worry about it anymore. Great sword only would make sense. The beat guild doesn't even need to be in there, really. Because that is the end game idea. If otherwise not listed, the goal is to beat guild. Or just get as far as you can. Are you happy with the other ones you put in, Chisel? Because I don't mind changing any of them that people have put in. You wouldn't even have to do village multi all the way. Oh, I could put multi only on it. That'd be cool. Or hub only. I suppose not necessarily multi only, but hub. Ow. Even if people want to change what game their challenge that they put into the pots in, I really don't mind. It's not hard to do, I just have to find a bit of paper, rub it out, and change the... basically just change the letter for the most point. Freedom, 3, and 4 all have U after them, so... It's only if it's portable third or world that's a little bit harder. And even then it's still simple, right? My thoughts on the wing-related runs? I like those. As long as some very obvious exceptions are allowed, which is just right at the start of the game. Need to be able to use gear that's from creatures that aren't winged at the start of the game, right? So like the default armor, the metal armor, all of that stuff. Because if the first thing you have to build is winged, that leaves you with the options of farm Banabra for ages or Kaku. Kaku's maybe reasonable to do solo. I could probably do Kaku without taking damage. Honestly. If I use Greatsword, that'd be pretty reasonable for me to do. Just get a little free charge on the head, run away, free charge on the head, run away. Or just unsheaves. It would be easier if it wasn't in Freedom Unite. Just because it's Freedom Unite. Basically. But that could be said for literally any challenge run that got put in Freedom Unite. It'd be easier if it wasn't Freedom Unite. There's one horn. I'm out to question beside your Shaggy percent with no demon mode. Okay. So much damage? Yeah, I mean, he's a hyper Rajang. What do you want? This is as like late game as it gets, right? You don't really get much more late game than hyper Rajang. I'm amazed the Blade Masters can survive a hyper hit, honestly. Let me find it. Oh, yeah. It was basically just to ask you that question when the run came up. I think. Like, if it became just not reasonably possible to break the 15 years of what do you call it, like, pattern of pressing the R button to go into demon mode that's ingrained in my brain. To just demon mode all the time. In a speed run, because the thing with a speed run is you can't quit, right? Just getting to Shiguru, if I demon mode in a quest, I can quit the quest and be like, this quest is void, I can just abandon. In a speed run, I can't really abandon a speed run, because then I have to start from the beginning again. Hopefully it won't be a problem, but if it became truly, like, impossible for me to resist muscle memory. Also, if it was, I think impossible due to time as well. Demon mode's a lot of Dual Blade's damage potential is locked up in demon mode. So if you remove that, it's going to take a lot longer for the run to be done. Let's say Shiguru percent's 4 hours. It genuinely probably adds like an hour to the run to not use Demon Moon, if not more. So it might not be just like doable in a time limit, essentially. I'll have to tell. Time will tell on that one. You missed time that adept dodge because you're 100% health. Welcome to Hyper Monsters. The shittest mechanic in this entire game. You're using gunner armor against Hyper Monsters. How much defense do you have? 521. I have 711. A Hyper Punch does 95% of my health, and I have 200 more defense than you. Yeah, the difference between 683 and 711 keeps me barely alive and kills you. Which is nuts. Shaggy percent with sword and shield? I can, yep. I'll have to fish that one out though. Of the pot. Is there any quests you want to do, Justice? Full upgraded late game R just gets one shot. That's unfun. Yeah, that's why I don't like this game. You're just vibing? Okay, that means I yoink it. Quest has been officially yoinked. Thank you. Already write them all? Yeah, they're already all in the pot. I write them as I get them, for the most part. So I'll just have to fish out Shiguru percent with D-Blades, but no Demon Mode. That shouldn't be too hard to do. We can do it now while we're waiting for people to ready up for the quests. Bring flashes? Yeah, I bought 5. That's all I've got. I think I managed to pull every one of your other runs at this point, Chisel, other than the one. Despite the fact I've only taken out like 10. But inventory, so you can't. Get rid of one of your hot drinks or cool drinks. You don't need them for this quest. It's in the jungle. It's me. 3 Eusebius%. Oh, there's so many in here. No, that's the training school one. This set doesn't carry those by default. How did you have so many? You're refrained from too many? Oh, I don't mind. I'd rather people have challenge runs they're actually happy and they actually want to see than me spending a little bit of time going through, like, what, 50 pieces of paper? I might pull it on the first one, if I'm lucky enough. Might take until the last one, that's what it did. Oh, okay. Wait. But you're using light bowgun? Or do you just mean bowguns in general? Oh, how wonderful it is to just fight Elder Dragons. In GU. Oh, the double flash bomb from me and Just Us. I'm gonna let you use yours first. And then I'll use mine afterwards. So we don't keep duplicating it. Oi, Yalugia. Welcome back. We're still in our first rotation here for the squad instead of just Dawn. I will get you popped in place of Dawn when we've done one more quest. So after this one. Or after the quest after this one. Words are hard. Want a new armor set, but you don't know what to get, Dawn. I don't know on that one, yeah. Is it just for Switch hacks? Is that all you're playing? You just started GU. Can you play the game solo, or do you need a team when you get to high rank into G rank? Hiya, Starkiller. You can do the whole game solo. It is entirely possible for you to do it solo. It becomes significantly easier if you get a team, though. You don't even need a team. Like, if you just get one person, it'll be so much easier. Thankfully, GU's got pretty good, like, online. There's a lot of people playing online. So if you just need help with the occasional quest here and there, you can usually find people pretty easily. If you don't want to go through the hassle of finding people to play through the whole game with you, right? It would just be for Switch hacks. Is there any skills that you want for it in particular? Just like the Glavenus armor is always very good. A lot of people build that, right? You have no muscle ache? What? In your legs? You have major muscle ache in your upper arms? Huh. Weird. You shoot your bullets back at you? Yeah, if he's got wind aura on, your bullets get rejected. You have to hit him in the head. At that point, even with gun. Gotta be shitting. Nope, it's always worked like that. Kashala's been like that since Inception. I don't think they've ever made it not do that. You didn't think people still play it? Oh yeah, tons of people do. There's not a lot of people that stream, necessarily. GU? There's usually always someone going with GU at any point in the day. But in terms of just online, there's a ton. Rapid Morph's not in this game, Dawn. I'm pretty sure Rapid Morph is a Rise exclusive skill. It's in World, is it? Rapid Morph? I don't know if that is. Or at least I bloody don't remember it. Somehow I've completely forgot that entire skill. Google says it isn't? No, I don't think it is. Rapid Morph's in Rise, and that's it. Because they slowed down how fast Charge Blade transforms and then added a skill to speed up how quickly Charge Blade transforms. Alright, let me go back to seeing if I can find this run. Oh, it didn't die? I was so sure it was going to die from that. Weird place for Kush to sleep? Yeah, it really is. Mace. Fine. Or that's this one. I can remove this. And this one. There we go. I am indeed looking at the challenges, Lugia. To answer Mace's question, I'm looking at the challenges. To fish out one of Chisel's ones so I can change it, because Chisel wasn't happy with it. And you have added some into here, so it's also yours. Enjoy, Chisel. Well, that's one of the two Kushala I need to do. I took that by accident. I probably don't want it. Comro. Nope. Mace, 'tis your quest. And then we will get Lugia in. Is this really going to be on the bottom? Again? Again? Hey, Starkiller. Thank you for the follow. It is second to last. I hope you enjoy. Why are we doing this? Two Kushala in a row. That's evil, man. Let's restart Twitch. Nice. I hope you enjoy us finishing up the game here. What did Chisel want this to be changed to? I think it was... Shiguru % something. But I don't remember. Shaggy % with Sword and Shield. Cool. What do you mean? Kushala's fun? Not in this game. There's no such thing as fun in this game. Same area the Zamtrios spawn? Okay. For you, Shaggy %. Sword and Shield. In it goes. And we change this on here. Oh, I forgot me drinks because I was too busy thinking about the flash bombs so well. Toba Tetsukatora. It's kind of a wonder you even play Monster Hunter with the amount of monsters you hate, Mace. You only hate one monster? I only hate two. And at this point, it's more 1.5. You hate Rajang and Tigris. It's fair. I hate Uragan and Amatsu. The Amatsu is great in Rise. So it won some points back, that's why it's only 1.5. Uragan I hate in every installation. That monster's in it, I'm not having fun. Kirin and its dumbass hide of steel's close, otherwise it's great. Yeah, Kirin in armor mode is a really, like, not fun fight, unfortunately. Right. Kirin is bullet hell. In this game it is, yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a recipe for a bad time. Wait, what? I got it with slow rank. Amazing. That might be too far away. Yeah, it was. Okay. I can't throw flash bombs. Apparently. This Kashana's taking the piss out of me, man. It didn't turn around, it decided to land. It's fun trying a new playstyle. Can be, yeah. Not as much with the bowguns for me, but yeah. Whenever you feel like you get bad out dual blades, you play another weapon, get frustrated learning it, then return to dual blades. That is amazing. Just forcing yourself to like the weapon for a longer period of time. That was head break. Nice. Nice. There's the limp. So we're nearly done. Good stuff. Hey Gary, thanks for the like. Enjoy yourself. I'm so tired of playing this game. Oh, God. Free me from GU. I need to ask you to pop out, please, Dawn. So that we can get Lugia into the lobby. Then we can get it going. I'm not from the States. No, I'm English. I'm from the UK. England, specifically. I have never been to the States. I never will. I hate to do this, but I genuinely hate to do this 3 times in a row, but I need to get these quests done so they don't disappear on me. Because if they disappear on me, I'm so screwed. Because I won't know which ones I've done. That's horrible news, Mace. Ain't nothing here that's lame. Your state. Your cold gets cold because you're right next to Canada. Ah, cool. I mean, I like the cold though. Honestly, that would be a blissful relief at the moment because it's way too hot in the UK. And it's disgusting here. What do I need Kush for? Quest completion. There's 2 Kashala quests. And I did the last one just a moment ago. And then Mace posted a Kashala. And I need to do the other Kashala quest before I don't know which one I've done, and I don't know if I've done both of them or neither of them or what. So I have to post it again while it's there, otherwise I'll forget. I don't need to farm anything anymore. All of my weapons are upgraded enough, and I can't be asked to upgrade them any further because it means doing hyper monsters, and fuck that. So yeah, it's purely just quest completion at this point. I don't care about anything else. You're in Minnesota, which is only 3 hours away from the Canadian border. Only. But yeah, fair, it's a different country. Three hours away. I have to get on a boat. Or in a plane if I want to go to a different country. Actually, can you... No, you'd have to take a ferry to Ireland. That's just wilded out a whole bunch of Europeans as well. Anyone who lives in mainland Europe just went... The tunnel between the UK? Yeah, there's the Euro tunnel. If I had... You know... Okay, if I want to go to Europe in like a year's time, I could get a Euro tunnel. Hours, not that long. It is. It's just the size of your country has broken you into what is a reasonable amount of time to do a road trip for. 15 hours is an unhealthy amount of time to be in a car. Hell, half of that's an unhealthy amount of time to be in a car. It's the same thing with people from Sweden who go from southern Sweden to northern Sweden. It's an 8 hour, it's like a 10-hour drive or something. It's too long. It's unhealthy. And it's also dangerous because you should not be in that state of concentration for driving on a road for that long. Your focus will wane. Driving's too much of an intense activity. But people just don't give a shit. You take breaks? Yeah, but how long for? Because, like... Unless you're switching off people pretty regularly. Honestly, driving for, like... Probably like 3 hours is already too long. And your focus has waned a lot compared to when you started. Even if you take, you know, a good chunk of time between that point, you're still going to be off on a worse point. 30 minutes to an hour and you switch? Okay, that's pretty good then. Gives people enough time to shut off for a bit. I don't know, it might be less intense in, I suppose, America to drive. Because you've got a lot of really straight roads. You need 2 people who drive to do that, though. If you're going on a road trip, you usually have 2 people who drive there, right? Here in the Netherlands, an hour drive's too long. Yeah, it's an hour drive is too long here as well. In the UK. People say to me, like, you know, I've got like a hour-long commute, and I'm like, you fucking what? You lose 2 hours of your waking time to driving to work? Blows my mind. Half an hour is what I did, and that was too long. Wish you could edit your GU file. Why? So that you didn't have to farm all the armor and you could just have it done. Or so that you could just tick all of the hyper quests as complete. Change your voice. At least you don't have the voice that General Intelligence had. Trust me, it could be worse. You hear it in mine, it's a curse. Yeah, that's why you don't pick a dumbass character voice, because it's funny for like 10 minutes and then it starts to wear on you for hundreds of hours. Does Palico stills and stuff matter in GU like they do in Rise? Do they matter in Rise? I don't know, I'm not the right person to ask on Palicos. I don't really care. As long as mine heals, I don't really care what it does, so... Someone else might be able to help you on that one. No, she yelled this much? Yeah. That's GU for you, Lugia. Don't play aerial style. If you play aerial style, it's literally constant. You don't hear anyone, it's just yours. The male voices tend to like slide into the background a little bit more, I think. Okay, Kashala done. Finally. Two gems? I don't even know how many Kashala gems I've got at this point, man. Lugia, your quests. Go ahead. Isn't what I expected at all. Had a vision and I posted another kush. I don't need to anymore, thankfully. The Hyperplesioth. That's G3. Oh, okay. Freaking glasses will not get clean. It's really annoying me at this point. Where's my thing? I like that you almost always post exclusively the worst quests in the game, by the way, mate. You never bring any fun quests for us. You always bring the horrible ones. Still got a bit of a smudge in my vision, but you know what? It's better than it was. It's good as it's gonna get. Cave? Yep. The spot that none of us could get to quickly. How many quests have I got done at this point? I think I've done like 4, right? Because we failed the Rajang. Did the one Chameleos quest. The Kashala. We're both the Kashalas. Rajang didn't work. This quest isn't anything. I think that's it then. It might take a while. Also, this guy's gonna take forever if he wastes loads of time like this. Reload. Get some good damage in on the head, hopefully. Or just hit the tail and do nothing. That also works. Does the Breath of the Wild gear even look any good in this game? I feel like due to the different like style, it would look really off. It just wouldn't look right. get it regardless. Fair enough. I am amazed you did not have that until this point. How don't you already have it? That's a better question. It's been in there, like, they haven't suddenly added it, right? It's been there the whole time. It looks terrible. Let's have a look, shall we? MHGU. It looks just really wrong, right? You know you don't need to come up with stuff to post if you don't have anything that you want to do already, right? All that does is just drag this out even longer. That was Lugia's, so Just Us isn't doing any quests. So I will post another one. We will not do TO because I won't be able to do both of them. Actually, will I? Yeah, I will. We'll do TO then. Get both of those done as well. Am I really out of paintballs? I'm running out of paintballs. Yeah, just building stuff's fun though, right? You don't have to use something to have fun building it. That's kind of the whole, like, greatsword challenge that I'm doing. I'm not going to use half of them in the entire game. I'll never touch him. Unless people specifically redeem them, because they're, for the most part, terrible. It is rough when the quests you have to do to farm stuff that you're probably never going to use are horrible quests though, right? How many points do you need to redeem every single weapon? $148,000. I think. Double check. 46, actually. So 6, 12, 18, 138,000. It was close. Even for what? To make me use every single individual greatsword for the Greatsword Collector's Challenge, because there's 46 weapons. And you can pick which ones get used with the redemption. So if you wanted to see every single greatsword in the game get used once I had them all in individual paths, that's how much it'd cost. Although I won't have them all in individual paths or built until the end of G rank anyway. Because some of them are like, you know, White Fatalis, Crimson Fatalis, Gogmazios. You don't get them until the end of the game anyway. So fast. Why is he like this, man? Why does GU do this? Oh, it's infuriating. Why is he just randomly quick? And then hits like that. I don't understand how it's reasonable. What is this game? Christ. Supernova. Oh, man. So crazy. Nope. Even turned to look at me the tiny last little bit like that. That's nuts. This way. bum, bum. Hello? Wow. I didn't even have time to stand up, really. Good supernova. We'd have to actively try to be hit by that because you're over the lava, dum-dum. I need to remember I've still got 2 mouse tracks quests to do, and I've got 1 TO quest to do. Two Valstrax, 1 TO. Valstrax is on the first page, so we should be able to get all of those visually cycled pretty quickly. I think they already have all been done. In terms of appeared. I've just been doing these instead. Good. One of them down. You're sorry? I don't even hear it. Honestly, Lugia? You're the one who's bothered by it. I don't even notice. The one that really annoyed me was Gemral's one, but Gemral doesn't play anymore, so I don't have to worry about it. I am safe. Wish the charms in this game weren't so terrible. Late game G rank charm. Gloves off, +3, 1 slot. Okay. Go on then, mates. Unleash the hell upon us. Is your quest. It's a god charm. Honestly, with the way this game works, Pocket, I wouldn't even be surprised. Wings and tail. Okay. Get a vision. I didn't post it, just us. You said you had a vision that I would post another quest, another Kashala. I didn't post anything. Less than 100 quests. Less than 100 quests. Nearly there. You okay? No, I hate this game. This entire game is just such a fucking slog. It's genuinely miserable, honestly. Just wonders why you don't ask me. Like, I don't mind there being 2 Elder Dragon quests, right? Of each type. Makes sense. You want to put them in different locales? Yeah. 2 Elder Dragon quests of each type, along with the 8 other quest pages in the tier. It just doesn't feel necessary to have 2 Elder Dragon quests anymore, you know, right? Why do I need to fight Valstrax 4 times? In different locales. Prokidios has 3 separate quests, if I'm not mistaken. Rise most smaller than the 6 Valstrax ones, yeah. I like the idea of having a quest in different locales, but the need to take up individual quest slots is just like, it's lunacy, right? I get it was probably all they could do because limitations and whatnot, but man. At least make them all active at the same time until you've done them, right? To be fair, I think all advanced quests should be that way. Active until you've done it, then it starts cycling. If you're gonna make it do it at all. Out of 10 episode. Nice. More backstory. 10 out of 10 backstory episode. To make us feel sorry for the demon this time, because it had such a bad life when it was a human. Poor little demon's mum didn't love him. So he killed millions of people. It's wearing a little thin with Kimetsu no Yaiba, if you can't tell. This season has been more people's backstories than it's been this fucking season. It feels like. Season will be training only, yeah. And then the season after will be poor little Kibutsuji. He just wanted friends. But he didn't know how to make them, so he made everyone his minions instead. Oh. I actually do like a training arc, to be fair. To be fair, I do like a training arc. A good training arc is good shit. You expected this season to be it? Yeah, I did as well. Why would Alatreon training arc? Probably. I didn't really do anything. I didn't really make any significant changes. Well, to be fair, that's kind of like anime as well, actually. Basically, essentially nothing changed. I got a slight visual difference in my armor that made me mildly stronger, and suddenly I was able to do it. It's basically spot on. Hard now, the same move. It's always the worst bit. Also, because I actually really do like Kimetsu no Yaiba, I did rewatch it. Like all of the stuff. I rewatched all the old seasons and stuff. And at one point, I think it's relatively early on, they mention how, like, their breathing shit, it can't stop them from being injured. It just, like, helps to slow the injury, basically. And then, like, in the very next season, they're like, yeah, so just focus your breathing and stop the bleeding. It's like... that's fixing the injury. I love how inconsistent it is. Makes sense to you? It doesn't for the amount of time they do it for. I'm willing to give it, like, suspension of disbelief with most stuff in anime where they're like, yeah, there's the MacGuffin that we can do in it. It stops bad stuff from happening for a brief window of time, and then it's been like, dude's been in full-ass combat for like 10 minutes. His bleeding ain't gonna stop for 10 whole minutes. Are you telling me he's focused that whole time while he's fighting? I think not. You skipped the second and the first half of 3. Fair enough. Which means that recovery 2, it does whatever the fuck they want it to do. That was that the first one? It might have been the end of the first one, start of the second one, yeah. Oh, I don't have it. Does anyone have Sandblasted? It's a TO in the desert. It should be on around page 7. Okay. Fair enough. Do I have Veil Strikes? Nope. So we'll do this. Did you genuinely ask what suspension of disbelief means, Mace, or...? You did? It's kind of in the sentence. You suspend your disbelief. You push your ability to believe what's going on and how ridiculous it is back away from the front of your mind in order to enjoy whatever it is you're watching. Right. Anytime you see something with magic, it's immediately not believable. But in order to enjoy it, you suspend your disbelief of magic to accept the rules that they lay out in their world with how it works and how it logics and why it works and how it does whatever it does. But then when the rules conflict with themselves, your suspension of disbelief gets broken and you realize that it's just kind of like bullshit. And then the magic is lost. Hi Hunter, welcome. Good to have you. I'm trying to think of any examples off the top of my head, but I can't. A lot of gesturization right there. Because I put my controller down, so I got both my hands free. Gesticulate to my will. It's warm in here. That is nice though. What is it really called? Gesticulation. It's spelled like that. Good job, Zadie. They deserved it. Nice one. Coming from German, that word's a little easier. Gesticulate is literally that. Basically the same thing. Great fight at high rank. That one mechanic ruins the whole fight for you. What mechanic? The homing bugs? Oh. They're in high rank as well. They're just less, less severe, I think. Stygian's pretty good though. You look so wrong, Mace. Oh, it's the finale? Damn. But the season only just started. 50 minutes? Oh god. We're watching that tomorrow then. Just made MHGU. Chaotic Golf is fun. Not sure why he feels unfun in GU. But you remember him being unfun? It's GU, Zadie. I like almost every Monster Hunter creature, right? There's only 2 exceptions for me. In GU, there is approximately 60-70% of the cast that solidly become meh fights to me. Because this game just adds shitloads of speed for no reason to a whole bunch of monsters. And it really messes with the fights. Out for a week. The finale? No, that was today. The info? Oh, I don't look that up. You expect me to look that up, Lydia? Me? I don't really care about knowing that it's 50 minutes long, though. That's irrelevant to me. Just means I definitely won't watch it tonight. I won't even attempt to watch it, open it and go, oh, this is long, and then close it again. Knowing it's the finale is probably more hazardous, harming, to be honest. Because now I have preconceived notion of what to expect. Although 50 minutes would do the same if that information wasn't offered up. Remember to keep an eye out for Capture Guru people. Why not look at the episode before watching? Nope. You look at it before clicking on it? Yeah, depending on what service you use, some of them do some really dumb shit and will put like highlights from the episode throughout like the title screen and stuff, right? They'll have like a whole bunch of splashes that have been stills, that's what they're called, that have been taken from the episode. So I tend to just like click before it's got time to load, full screen it, and then let the bottom bar disappear before I even have time to like see anything. Kimetsu no Yaiba, Zany, or Demon Slayer is its English name. Capturable. Nice. It's still going ham. Pretty easy to see if you don't pay attention. Not to see if you don't pay attention. My accruity at noticing things is too strong. To be honest. And my memory's too good as well. Like, if I see something that I don't want to remember, my brain will remember it. Forever. Even if you hit the play button, adjust the volume or anything considerable, you see the timer at the bottom. Yeah, see, I just press space F. If I want to remember... Oh, it fucks off at that point. Oh, I can pretend something didn't happen, but it doesn't mean that I won't know that it has happened, Zany. Those are different things. I can act. Acting I can do. Well, to an extent. Random YouTube video spoiled the turf war. Ah, that really sucks. I have Monster Hunter set to not interested on my YouTube preferences. So it never shows up with anything. That way I never get spoiled on when a new game has trailers that reveal literally everything about the fucking game months before its release. A month is a reasonable amount of time, Jizzle. You're on a Monster Hunter stream a month after an update for it come out. There's no, like, anti-spoiler in the title for Rise, right? If you haven't seen that at this point, it's very surprising. A month is a good amount of time. It's not like we just randomly diverted to, I don't know, the Demon Slayer finale or something, right? And we're like, yeah, this happens right at the end. Even though that's a bad example. It's just the first thing that was in my mind. I can't think of something that came out even just like a month ago. I don't know. Forgot the frogs. It didn't matter anyway because he already spotted someone. He has to have spotted no one as well. which makes it really difficult. Is this week the finale? Apparently, yeah! Yeah, it ended sooner than I thought it would as well. Sorry, oh, I don't care about that info. Not that much. Is it episode 13? It's announced how many episodes released? Where is it announced that? This is the thing, like, just because something's announced, it doesn't mean people have read it. And it's the exact same thing as Monster Hunter. They do a trailer for all of the monsters in the game. Doesn't mean I watch every trailer, right? Because I don't want to know what they are. I don't scroll my anime list every day and look up like, oh, this is coming out next season, it's going to be this many episodes. I just go, oh look, there's a new season out when it appears in the feed. Occasionally my friend will mention something to me. You noticed the new season was out? I was watching episode 6. Just a wee bit into it. Started watching it, episode 7. But Lugia, you missed the booba that they randomly felt the need to include into this episode of Demon Slayer. The episode has the booba? I have no idea. One of the early ones. It's probably the very first episode, honestly. Knowing anime? It's probably the very first episode. Hubby loves telling you the lore. A lore boy. A scary saw. Lore boys? Reads the manga. Fair enough. Is that ended, by the way? Oh, you can knock people over with level 2, you just can't send them flying, Lugia. What Mace does do is use his shield in his attacks, which sends me flying constantly. But that's an entirely different issue. Your Wolf Small got cancelled? Oh, it wouldn't have been able to knock you out of that. That's got like, hyper armor. Tiny armor frames. so small things can't knock you over. Like your blood dance or whatever it's called. That will always do like small knockdown as well. The one where you spin like 5 times in a row. But that won't knock anyone out of their arts. For Julie's. Bloodwind. That's what it's called. You land real fast at shield attacks and no when you play Sword or Shield for first time online, yeah. You constantly send people flying for that thing. It's already angry. Oh, you can Sonic it when it's already angry, huh? Did you think that would work? I used to do that for a really long time as well, Mace. Just always hold forward whenever I was doing attacks. I actually stopped doing that because I started playing Sword and Shield and it was messing up my combos, I think. Adept only has the shield? Yes. Adept and Aerial don't have a choice, you just do the shield stuff. So it's irrelevant with those two. It's not the only weapon where it matters. It matters for longsword as well. Because depending on if you're holding left or right, it changes where your fade slash goes. Dual blades, you can actually choose left and right which way your spins go. With your circle attack, it does actually change if they go to the left or go to the right. And if you're in newer games, like in World, holding in any direction really messes with a lot of combos in that game. For example, with... actually, it does that in the old games as well. With switch axe, if you hold forward when you're doing the circle attack, where you do, like, the 2 hits, it actually makes you step forward more in those attacks. And if you hold backwards, it makes you step forward less with those attacks. And when you do the one where you do the backslash and you kind of fade backwards slightly, if you hold backwards, you go further back. If you hold forwards, you go less far back. So it can actually make quite a lot of small differences. Even with stuff like that. It's not overly important, really. But it's got a few little wriggles every now and then. Yeah, I think that's that for today. To be honest. That is me done with GU. We don't really have time to do another quest at this point. So, I hope you enjoyed. I will be back with more GU and Monster Hunter and stuff at the end, there we go, of next week. You can see what I play on what days there. We've got some Elden Ring tomorrow and some other stuff at other points. You can all see it on there. the Discord server if you want any of the good stuff. Announcements, news, all of that, you know. All of that. Ugh. And generally, yeah, enjoy yourself. Whatever you find yourself doing for the rest of your day, have a good time. I'll catch you next time. Toodaloo.